everyone. After Mark managed to...
bit of a loss here. It's too early for a gin and tonic or a beer, and we just had a cup of tea, so yeah, I'll put my hands under the table.
Okay. Yeah, so Mark did finally drown his sorrows.
Yeah.
And we then set off back down the Buckby flight that we'd already done 2 weeks previous.
It's my fault.
And ended up just before Gayton Junction. There was a lovely little mooring, nice little bit of towpath.
Do like a little bit of outdoor cooking.
Yes.
Unless the towpath's wide enough, you can't do it.
No,
obviously.
it can be awkward, can't it?
Yeah. I mean, some people do take up all of the towpath, and then it causes a little bit of controversy. But we'll normally wait until we've got a wide enough section of the towpath, and then whatever we're cooking on, we can just get to one side
out of the way.
This is what unfolded. What we're doing tonight, Deborah?
We're actually, what would you call it? Off-grid cooking.
Yeah, towpath tucker,
Towpath tucker. That's it.
It's a phrase we coined from Mark and Julie from We're on the Move. Yeah, we've haven't had the A-frame and the what do you call it? Dutch oven.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Dutch oven out since last winter's towpath tucker with Fran and Rich.
Yeah, with Fran and Rich.
We've done a vegetarian chili. We're now going to attempt a
meatballs.
I was going to say spaghetti bolognese. Yeah, meatballs
with peppers and all that sort of thing. So
hence Italian. I'm on the red wine.
Yeah.
Drowned in my sorrows because of the boat, and I won't go on about it anymore. But snooze and you lose. I think that's the moral of this story. But hey, enough about that.
Yeah. Watch this space for the cooking.
Yeah. So I've started the fire pit off with charcoal. We've got plenty of seasoned logs to put on there afterwards, and Deb's prepared all the ingredients. Yeah, so I've got my meatballs. Tesco's other brands are available. She's chopped some mushrooms, some bacon to give it a smoky flavour, red onion, chopped tomatoes. We've got I'm assuming that's some sort of beef stocky cube, tin of chopped tomatoes, and the important Italian seasoning, and then there'll be salt and pepper. And Debbie's just informed me she's forgot the smoked paprika, which will give it that nice smoky taste. Now, because of where the fire is and where all the bits and pieces are, and there's going to be a lot of bending and squatting, which unfortunately
I can't do.
Debbie's knees doesn't do, so I have to limit myself on the amount of red wine I drink, because it's me who's going to be doing all the bending and squatting. Right, let's brown my balls and take them out now.
Yeah, so we're sweating off the onions and the red pepper. Oh, it's smelling nice now. I'm now going to put, I was then going to say Mark's balls, but they're my balls as well, meatballs. What's that all about?
Right, what we're doing with the pasta then, Deb, rather than boiling a pan up?
Well, we were going to do spaghetti, but let's just bung it all in and see.
Yeah, so just going to bung the pasta in the pot. We've got shed loads of pasta. If you're watching this in 20 years' time, you probably won't remember the pasta famine of 2020. Yeah, when the shops ran out of pasta and toilet paper.
Mark is a pasta fan. Whenever he goes to the shops, he always comes back with a massive bag of either pasta or spaghetti. We have bags and bags of it.
It's not panic buying, it's just overbuying, I think. Yeah.
He always says cupboard staple.
Cupboard staples, yeah. So, yeah, pastas are us.
Oh, we have a mixture.
So would you say we are ready to serve?
Yes, yes. It's turned out good.
And we've even done
garlic
bread on the griddle bit. Yeah. So there goes. Wow, that looks good.
Does look good. Look at that.
Well, we're going to sign off now because we're about to eat.
Yes.
Yeah. So our first bolognese Towpath tuckery.
And it turned out good.
Yeah, it turned out good. See you later.
Well, that was lovely.
Yeah, very nice. Sitting here. Listen. Nothing. No trains, no traffic.
Wonderful.
You can't capture this and get across on video, can you?
You can't.
But just absolutely beautiful, and this is one of the reasons why we do this. And I think we said earlier, even we're guilty of living the outdoor life, but actually spending a little bit too much time
sometimes
on the boat. Yeah,
sometimes.
doing what we did tonight with.
Mark actually said earlier on, "Shall we do this?" Oh no, it's a bit too much faff.
Yeah.
And then I said to him, "Let's do it," and we did. And did we regret it?
No, not one bit. And we just sit here now watching the sun go down and listening to the birds.
8:30. So as you can see, we had a wonderful evening.
Yeah, and it's always weird watching footage back when I've had one or two, because I can see a different glint in my eyes from the beginning of the footage to the end of the footage, and then obviously it gets to a stage where the footage is unusable, which normally happens. But no, we just love cooking outdoors.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we do, especially when it's warm. But you can even put a woolly jumper on and sit outside. We've done that before.
Yeah.
But it is lovely. Excuse me. Oh dear.
Should we cut that bit out, or should we continue? We'll continue.
Yeah, we'll continue.
Yeah, we've got 3 or 4 different methods of cooking outdoors with the gas Kadak that we've used and has featured. What you saw then was our little stainless steel fold-up fire pit stroke barbecue.
My find.
Yeah, last time I mentioned that, I put a link in the description below. That's sold out. I actually think it's back in stock, so I'll re-put that link in.
It's a marvellous little bit of kit.
It is, yeah.
It really is. For people, even people that want to just go for a walk or hiking or whatever, it's folded up into a very small thing. I mean, it's lovely.
Yeah, I'll put the link for the video where I actually reviewed it. I'm not going to go all through that. No. But just love the cooking outdoors.
Yeah, so we left there the next day. We just had one evening there, didn't we?
Yeah,
and moved on to Gayton Junction.
Or more specifically, Gayton Marina.
Yeah, we got some fuel. We refueled.
Yeah, and 13 kilo gas bottle. There has been short supplies of those, and our gas bottle wasn't quite empty. We probably had another 4 or 5 days in it, so broke my heart to swap a gas bottle over that wasn't completely empty. But I thought, well, do that while we can actually get one because they have been in short supply.
Yeah, they have, very much so.
And obviously, if you are familiar with the area and you know that we're outside Gayton Marina, you've probably got a pretty good idea of where we're going to. Where are we, Deb?
We're at the top of the Northampton flight, 17 to go.
Yeah, we've done this a couple of years ago, so I'll have to do some filming, then edit it to make it look a bit different, see if I can give you some different info on the way, rather than just a repeat which you get on BBC and ITV. The homeless man Leon is not about, so got no help down there. CRT man has just halted us at the top lock. There's a couple of pounds, 5 or 6 locks down that are empty, so he's opened all the paddles on the locks, so that will flood through, and then as that bottom pan fills, he'll then slowly come up, closing the paddles, and we'll be ready to go down. Yeah, got a fairly full on day. We've got to get through those 17 locks, get to
the Northampton, the river moorings there, and then we've got to go to Morrison's to do a full shop because the cupboards are a little bit empty, and then we've got to go to Pets at Home for the dog food. Then we've got to pick up some Amazon parcels, so it is quite going to be full on. Very busy day today.
And I know more from experience, moorings are limited down there, so hopefully we can get on there. If not, we're in big trouble. Then it's move on to an area called the Washlands, where there's a floating pontoon. Favell Lock, yeah. And again, only room for a couple of boats there. So if that's full, we've then got a long cruise till we find some more moorings. So it
don't get dark until late.
I think that today's going to be as it is.
Overcast.
Yeah, overcast.
Which is fine.
Not too hot, because when you're backwards and forwards doing these locks, you don't want that. I'm going to start off doing the locks, and I've got my steed of power, my fold-up bike, which I'll be to-ing and fro-ing, so I can get the lock ahead set, and Deb will be taking the boat into the locks, which she hasn't done since we've been back cruising. She's a little bit anxious about it.
But big locks.
Yeah, big locks. Yeah.
These are little locks. They're about this wide.
But you've got a good inch either side. Yeah, but she'll get the first one under her belt and she'll be okay.
Yeah, so we've got a good rhythm going.
Yeah.
Mark on his bike, me on the back of the boat.
Too good a rhythm that I didn't actually do any filming.
Oops.
Yeah. Like I say, Deb was very, very anxious about taking the boat in the narrow locks and that, but 1-2 locks in, he was right as rain. Yeah.
I just needed
everyone like a boss.
Yeah, I just needed his backup, his support every time I got to the lock, this way or that way or whatever, if I was going a little bit over the...
Like an air traffic controller and big red lollipops.
But we did it, didn't we? But we did forget to film,
so
apologies for that.
Yeah. But we had a look on the map as we was going down, and we moored up just before lock 17.
Yeah.
And then it was just a little jaunt up over the bridge, across the dual carriageway, and we had Aldi's. Colin and Sean, Aldi, drop the S. B&Q and Pets at Home.
So we did all of that bit.
Yeah, I think that was 2 trips backwards and forwards with the trolley, because we had 2 very large sacks of food for Bonnie and Alfie. Bonnie's on a special expensive food, so got those and then went back, got some DIY bits and pieces from B&Q, which I put somewhere safe, and I can't even remember what the DIY project was, but it hasn't been done.
But it was a very, 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 very warm day. It looked overcast when we started, but boy oh boy did it turn out warm. It was lovely, but not when you're doing all those locks and having to do all the shopping and everything, but we got there and we done it.
Got it then, done it, and then left there, and well, you'll see. Well, that's just done. Alfie's whining, he's just seen a cat.
Aldi shop?
Yeah, Aldi shop. We're here just before lock 17. Yeah, so we've done Aldi's, B&Q, Pets at Home, but we've still got more up on the embankment because there's a Morrison's there with some Amazon lockers that we've got some bits and pieces to collect. So, and that is lock 17 ahead. Once we go through there, we will be on the River Nene, or Nen as they call it up this neck of the woods. And on these last 5 locks, sometimes top and bottom, sometimes just bottom, we've got the anti-vandal locks. So your BW key will open that. When you've finished, you just pop that up. Now memory was correct. Mooring's always a little bit strange here because there's no rings. There's some metal posts put at strange distances apart, aren't they? Yeah, let me show you. Yeah, so we've got a post there. We managed to get that stern line on, centre line, and a post at the front, but there's nothing ever seems to be where you want it. Yeah, so went to Morrison's, Amazon Lockers, collected my parcels. Deb messaged me telling me that it was getting very low on tonic. So weren't in my plan, so I go to pieces like that. Went in.
But the reason is tonic wise is I always have a certain tonic.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Fever
so
Tree.
We don't have like Aldi tonic. We do have Aldi tonic, Mark does, but I like to have a little treat and have Fever Tree tonic. So
high maintenance.
Mark had to get that for me from
And then
Morrison's.
I also remembered the lettuce that we forgot
from
Aldi's,
yes,
and a couple of other bits, so I got all these and my Amazon parcels. Didn't have the sense to pick up a basket. Got to the bit where you scan to shop, start scanning things, and then realise my phone has gone. So I'm halfway through scanning, leave everything, retrace my route, and what I'd actually done with my phone, I'd put it down where the tonics were to pick a case of tonic up, and luckily it was still there.
Luckily.
So, yeah, if not, you'd have had none of this footage because all the footage was on there. So yeah, a little moment of madness, but hey ho.
They're coming quick, thick and fast.
These
the old moments.
The old grey matter isn't what it used to be.
No,
but then we set off from there.
Yeah.
To start going through the locks, or we had the one lock to do, and then to try and find a mooring.
Yeah.
And Deb's just gone round the corner to set the lock. And if you are following this way, you just keep to the left. If you go straight on, you'll go to Northampton Marina. Yeah, so come on, point finger. Northampton Marina is that way, and we're going to go just down there to the lock. Just a slightly different anti-vandal system on here. You've got a padlock welded onto the arm. You use your abloy key. Well, first one done, Deborah. Yeah, it's about 20 to 5, quarter to 5 time, and like I say, we've got a hour and a half cruise to the floating pontoon on the Washlands, and just hope that nobody's on it. If not, we've got quite a long cruise to then find somewhere to moor. But hey ho, beautiful evening. And as we come through here, we've got the beautiful park over there, but there's no way you'd moor there. It's very shallow, and big rocks and boulders just been put there, I think, for the purpose of stopping people mooring.
Yeah, and for those of you that are interested,
yeah, the actual cruise from Gayton Marina to Northampton Embankment was you've got it written down here.
4 hours 38 minutes, 4 miles and 6 furlongs, and 17 locks.
And we didn't count it up and measure it as we went along. There's a fantastic website called canalplan.org.
Awesome website.
Yeah, you put your destination and your departure point in there, and there's some settings where you can say how many hours a day you want to cruise, at what speed. We normally leave those default settings, and it'll work out the route for you and give you an approximation of how long it'll take you. So brilliant little site. And luckily we didn't have to cruise as far as we thought we did.
No, that was good, because it was getting so that it was a very long day.
And we knew from experience, if when we got to where we thought we was going to, the Washlands, if that was full, then we'd probably have another 2-3 hours cruise. Came round a corner, and
there it was.
We found these. Right, we've just spotted some moorings, which is literally just out of that lock we've came. When we came through here 2 years ago, this was full of sort of derelict looking boats, so I'm assuming they're safe. Yeah, so it's Midsummer Meadow 48-hour moorings. Obviously somebody's decided to leave all their rubbish here. I'll assume it's a boater. and you've got about room to get 2 60-foot boats along here. Yeah, we normally, if we're going to moor in a built-up area like this, we'll normally put the feelers out on Facebook, just to ask no go, but it's very subject, because some people will say certain areas they've had a terrible time, Alfie, and other people will say they've had no problems. So it all depends on the day really. So, but it's 5:10, don't really want to cruise anymore, so we're more up for the night.
Yeah, and there's one little thing I forgot from last week's video, and I am so sorry, and it's to Fiona and her husband on Narrowboat, the Belingal. I can't remember her husband's name.
We can, but we've erased it from our memory.
Can't remember.
Yeah, we've erased it from our memory because they both loved our videos, but he actually admitted he prefers Colin and Sean's.
Yeah. So I did I have accidentally.
Yeah, truthfully, we have forgotten
your name,
so
but Fiona.
sorry.
But the thing is, they actually took Mark shopping, which we are so pleased that I mean, it was lovely, weren't it?
Yeah,
they offered.
Middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And they had their car nearby, so we all went shopping in Northampton.
Yeah,
so
we were there for a good few days, running out of food.
So that would have related more to where we was in last week's video.
Yes,
but
I'm
then
really
at least
sorry,
it's
Fiona.
kept your location secret, you pair. But thank you very much.
Yeah, and we'd like to also say thank you to Julia Dickinson.
Yeah, this week's new channel supporter. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Julia.
Yeah, and continued thank you to everybody else who support us over on PayPal, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee, which I've actually edited to Buy Me a Beer. But hey ho.
Yes, I think that's about it.
Yeah. So as normal. Oh yes, and before I say. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Seriously, if you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Just had a look at our stats the other day, and we're still about 55% of our viewers are subscribers, and I've got to do some mental arithmetic here. 45%, is that right? Yeah. Are non-subscribers. So if you watch regularly but you haven't subscribed, just hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything.
No, and it just helps with our stats.
Yes, our statistics.
Yes.
Yeah. So as we normally say, if you enjoy this little video,
press the like button.
If you haven't already subscribed,
press the subscribe button.
If you want future notifications of any videos we upload,
the bell icon.
And keep the comments coming.
Yes, I love your comments.
And we will see you all next week.
Yeah. Bye.